Oh, good. Everybody's coming in. All right. Finally, we got the crowd in here. Good.
This is Faye Show, K-Stay Night.
K-Stay Night?
For those y'all coming in right now, welcome to the Faye Q&A panel. Just a quick reminder, everybody, when we're done, please exit back there. You see the guy waving his hand over there? Y'all want to exit that way. That is not an exit. Big sign over there says not an exit. For those y'all just coming in, I'll be stealing about 20 minutes from them. Okay, then the rest of the remainder will be time for your Q&A. So I'll give y'all a little 2-5 minute warning before it starts your session with them. And for those of y'all who just walked in, welcome. And again, they need another round of applause, everybody. Welcome, everybody. Once again, Mr. Johnny Yong, Bosch, Faye, Matou, Cristina V, and Strassman here for the Faye Q&A. First of all, panel, welcome to San Antonio. Thank you, Johnny. I know you're old hat here, man. You might as well pick up residence in San Antonio for the amount of cons you're here with.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm hearing like every other word. I'm waiting for them to bounce off the wall. But yes, I've been here a couple times.
Yeah. Well, good to see you again.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Faye, first time here, San Antonio?
Second first time.
Second first time?
Yeah.
What was your first time here?
Another con.
Yeah. Let me guess.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say.
No, you're fine. Let me guess. Riverwalk, Alamo, all that good stuff you did? Got under your belt? Yeah. Good thing you didn't fall into the Riverwalk. So that's good.
Actually, I did. Yeah, okay. I didn't fall into the Riverwalk yet.
Yeah.
And I haven't been to the Alamo yet.
Oh.
I've seen it from the outside.
By the way, there is no basement in the Alamo, despite what TV Herman says.
Are there ghosts?
Do you know what there are?
Is there anime?
There are. Anime ghosts?
Is there anime in the Alamo?
There is no anime in the Alamo. Though that's
good thing we're here then.
That could be a nice meme. That could be a nice meme. Christina?
Yes.
Yeah, as they get their spritz going.
Thank you.
Johnny, you're next.
Johnny, you're next.
Johnny? Yeah, what is that?
Like a makeup refresher.
It hydrates and nourishes skin.
Yeah.
There you go, everybody. Your beauty tip of the day.
Beauty stuff.
First of all, guys, to be a part of Fate in any capacity, what has that meant for you? I was talking with Johnny.
What is it, sorry? What was it?
How has it been to be a part of the Fate genre, the Fate series? Just to have a small part in that, you know.
Very
Is that
cool.
a good thing for you?
It's been awesome.
There you go. It was awesome, everybody. Christina, though, you are really invested into the Fate character. Your character's still alive.
Yeah.
Okay.
He does a lot of characters.
Yeah. What is it like playing a character that just likes to kill?
Well, they've had it coming. What you talking about?
It's what?
They were mean to her, so she got mean back. No, it was really cool. It was really cool because she started off with like 2 or 3 lines and Faye 0, and we had no idea that she was going to come back. And then she got 3 movies, and it was awesome.
All right.
Nice.
Did you see this character turning it into what it is?
I researched it.
Oh, you researched it. Yeah. And to carry that torch on must have been pretty cool.
It was awesome.
Yeah. What about you?
What about me? So I voiced Astolfo in Fate, and when I first saw Astolfo, I was like, oh, what's she like? They were like, oh, actually, Astolfo's a guy. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, I assumed his gender. But I think it's so interesting being part of the Fate series, where my character is a lot more used in memes, and it's almost like there's an entire Astolfo subculture created from that series, when the rest of it is really serious. So I found it very amusing, and he's dear to my heart.
What else is near to your heart is your gaming side.
Oh!
Yes, now we spoke before
Yes,
you came up here. Tell us about your gaming side of life, you know.
Gaming side of life, unrelated to Fate. Well, I have a panel later where people can fight me in Super Smash Bros.
Who's taking that challenge?
Yeah, so hopefully you guys turn up, or I'll beat you all! Wait, it doesn't work that way. Show up so I can beat you all!
Never!
But, I had a history in competing in Smash and other games for fun, and then I kind of ended up in the industry as well, and I was like, I gotta take this seriously, and now I'm in these game franchises that I used to play as a kid, so it's really cool to me.
What I liked about your side of the gaming life, of your life, is that you use it as a platform for social.
Social?
Yes.
Oh yeah!
Yes. Can you talk to us about that?
Yeah, so I think there's different ways that you can play video games, and like a lot of people like a solo story experience, or like, oh, I'm gonna play this with my siblings. And I've always been the kind of person that likes games because it brings people together. So I like playing with people, against people, just like as a social thing. I think that's what you mean.
I believe you use it. I mean, it's the platform itself. Girls Who Code.
Oh.
That is a big push.
Yeah. Well, okay. So that one is a charity that I contributed to, where essentially Girls Who Code it's a bunch of how do I say this? A lot of women don't really get into things like coding, or it's like not considered a thing that women do. So that's kind of like a program where instead of like telling women you should do coding, it's like, hey, here's this extra after-school curricular activity you can come by and try out, and as a child it's just one of the many things that they could experience and be like, oh, I like this, and then they take that path because they choose to, and that charity supports those programs. So I like to support those things. Thank you.
Miss Karen, how you doing?
Hi, Jeff.
By the way, great to meet you. Good to meet you. Your path is interesting. I believe your theater, that was kind of your main goal. And I believe psychology? Was that something you were interested in first before voice acting?
I studied psychology because I always wanted to be an actress ever since I can remember, 5 years old, 4, 3. And I don't know where that came from. I don't have anybody in my family who were actors. I grew up in Washington, D.C. My dad was an architect. My mom was a psychologist. And I didn't know anybody. I had no mentors. And I grew up quite a few decades ago. And they told me that I wasn't pretty enough to be a leading lady, and I wasn't ugly or interesting enough to be a character actor.
Wow.
So I didn't have any positive mentors to lead me in another direction. And so I thought, and my parents were just afraid. They wanted me to live a good life, and they didn't want me to be poor, and so they encouraged me doing other things other than acting. So I studied psychology because, it's the study of human beings. It's very close to acting in that way. But I did that because I didn't have enough confidence to apply to Juilliard or Yale, which is what I wanted to do. However, when I was 19, I went to France to study, and while I was there, I got an internship as a dialect coach for a major studio in France. So I was coaching French actors to act in English for a lot of TV series and movies that were co-productions that were coming through France. And I was just very good at it. And so I got hired. I had a choice to go back and get my college degree in psychology or stay in France and work as a dialect coach. And I stayed in France. And while I was working on set, at the age of 20, a director said, "Oh, little Karen, she's very cute, so we give her a role." So I got a role in a French TV series. And then I started dubbing French films into English, as we do today. And then I just started doing animation. I started doing video games, and my dream came true, despite somebody telling me that I couldn't do it.
I love how I love how you passed on positive knowledge to other people, even though people initially put you down. I think that's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, if there's anything, if there's anything that I can share with people and fans is like follow your dream and trust it, you know, and don't listen to the negative voices. I mean, listen to certain voices of reason, you know, but really follow your gut and your dream. And yeah, I lived in France for 16 years and had a theater, television, and film career, and did a lot of voiceover there and lived very well. And then I decided that I've always wanted to do American film and television. So I came to Los Angeles about 2 decades ago, and I knew one person. And my voiceover career took off here in the States with lots of anime and video games, and it just kept growing and growing. And I do lots of TV and film, and I'm living my dream, you know? So really follow your heart and your gut and take risks and do things that are scary. And don't let people take you down.
Yeah.
Good message. Good message. Your psychology background, do you bring that into the characters that you portray? I mean, do you ever lean on that education for the characters?
Psychology?
Yes.
I mean, not in a major way, because I found psychology was a lot of like analyze. It was very intellectual. Like, oh, this person is a borderline disorder, or this person is a that disorder, or the experiment with mice. You know, I don't know what mice has to do with me. But I guess there's a knowledge of it. But I think for my characters, I just tend to go more instinctively from my heart than intellectually. Although sometimes I think that knowledge is useful. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm glad I studied it and learned about the experiments with the rats.
Maybe one day you might get a character that's a psychologist, and there you go.
I've played several psychologists.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
So you could lean on that knowledge.
Yeah. I think everything we do, you know, feeds us in some way. You know, yeah, totally.
Johnny?
Yeah, what? Yes.
What?
Did you ask a question?
No, I'm about to right now. Well, maybe not like a question, more like a kudos. Nomination? Here we got a little nominated there for Anime Awards. Is that true? And for the best actor performance in English for your character Ichigo.
Ichigo? Oh, okay.
Yes, congratulations on the nomination. Congratulations, everybody.
Nomination.
What's that?
When was this?
Last night.
Last night?
Yeah, the Anime Awards.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Roll with it, Johnny. Just roll
Oh,
with it.
yeah, all right. Did I lose? I lost.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
You did. But nevertheless, I mean, to get nominated for your work at playing Ichigo, I mean, your reaction to that, what did you feel? Like, how does that reflect on your work, knowing that you're getting recognized?
I mean, that's great.
Yeah.
That was so weird. I feel like they should tell us when things like that happen. Is this Crunchyroll?
Yes.
Oh, somebody mentioned that to me.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. I think that's awesome. Ichigo was hardly in it, though, in the new stuff. But, yeah, no, I'm super flattered to hear something like that.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you were, I mean, just the other nominees. You had, here, I got it for you guys. I mean, Ryan Levy, nominated alongside you. I mean, Austin Tyndall, you know, right there with you. So that's among some of the best English male voice actors. I mean, congratulations.
Oh, thanks, man. I don't think very highly of myself, so.
But I've asked you this before, you know, Bear's asking again. Did you ever see just the genre of anime, gaming, just come to the forefront, where it used to be kind of, hey, let's make fun of the guy who likes that. Now it's like, what do you mean you don't like anime? You don't like gaming? Just to see
it's
it
definitely
like
changed for sure. Yeah, I mean, I remember I would go to conventions and they put us in a corner, the voice actors. But it's certainly changed. And now it's cool to talk about anime, and you can be a fan of anime. That's definitely turned around, which is great. You know?
Yeah, your career spanned from television to video games to Bumblebee and Transformers, you know, all this stuff.
Yeah, even when I look at it, I'm like, I don't know how that happened.
Well, that's the thing I like about your story, because we spoke before at a different time, and you looked at me like, I was just at the right place at the right time, you know? Like, this didn't happen.
I mean,
this
yeah,
didn't happen.
I feel like my whole career is a fluke. I don't know what I'm doing here. I actually had a manager that said something very similar to me.
Oh, tell us that story.
Yeah. Well, he was like, you got a forgettable face, you're nothing special, you're a dime a dozen, you'll never make it in this business.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And I remember going like, wow, okay. But, you know.
I'm assuming that just fueled you more.
It did. It did. It kind of made me upset. And then I just was like, well,
Oh.
I'm done with you. You know, but yeah, when you hear things like that, and that's not the only time I heard something negative like that, but when you hear stuff like that, it just sticks with you. And you do believe it a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
And then you just kind of have to persevere through and see what happens.
For sure. Christina,
Yeah.
I mean, your roles as well, just equally impressive, you know, from Hawks, Seven Deadly Sins, you know, Shantae series. Yeah, I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Ladybug, can't forget that. By the way, do you kind of see the people that get all cosplayed out and they have the Ladybug there? I mean, that must
It's my favorite.
your favorite. You know, talk about your impact that you have had on this genre, on voice acting.
Wait, me talk about my
Yes,
impact?
talk about yourself. Tell us about your story.
I'm in Genshin Impact.
You're what?
I'm in Genshin Impact. Oh man. Well, where do I start?
You inspire so many children.
There you go.
Oh,
Hold
thank
on.
you. I feel a lot of times like that I'm still kind of in the middle of it, like the grind and the hustle. And that sometimes, like, even coming to the conventions, it's like a reminder, like, oh, I've done some stuff that I'm really proud of. But I feel very much like I'm still in that phase of the hustling, like I'm still building, you know. And I kind of hope that doesn't go away. I don't wanna rest yet. I want to keep going, you know.
Would you consider yourself competitive? Like you think you have that competitive drive?
No, I don't know. I just have always felt like this is what I'm supposed to be doing, and I don't really feel like, oh, these people are my competition. It's like, okay, well, I'm gonna get the roles that I'm supposed to get. You know? I'm a lover. I'm not a fighter. Yeah. Yeah. I just feel really, really lucky.
Yeah.
I'm super #blessed.
If you can talk to 5-year-old Christina,
Oh.
tell her, hey, one day this is gonna happen to you. You think she'd believe you?
Oh man. When I was 7, I was like, I want to be a voice actor. You know?
At 7?
At 7, yeah.
Wow.
Well, I didn't know what voice acting was. I just knew I wanted to be the cartoon voices.
Did you try at 7, you know, in the mirror, you know?
Yeah, I would memorize movies, and that's how I practiced my voice acting. And I would say them back
Just
on mute.
Grassroots, you know?
Right? Yeah. So for some reason, like and I was born in LA, so I think the stars just aligned. Yeah, I feel very lucky.
I think I read this right. You and Johnny used to work together, right, on anime TV? Is that true?
Oh my God.
How was it working with Mr. Johnny over there?
He's awesome. I was like so nervous that whole time. Like, what am I doing? I was barely not a teenager. And I was like, I guess I'm doing this now. I'm in front of it. Like, I had no idea what I was doing, but Johnny's awesome, always.
Yeah. Johnny?
That show was like, I think it was ahead of its time.
It was.
Yeah,
it was.
I think it didn't really land. You know, I think if they would have done that, like, I don't know, now, it would definitely have a better chance at surviving.
Did you ever think about resurrecting it? Maybe not.
It's not me. It's not
No, I know.
yeah,
Not
it's
you,
not
but
me.
like just you on your own. Like maybe just trying to recreate
Gosh.
that.
No. Nah, I don't think I don't. That required like a team of people, you know, coming up with like the script and what shows and then like, all that stuff behind the scenes. I just go up there and then we would just like have a few things and we just kind of wing it. That's fine. Don't give me the responsibility of like choosing an anime and then, you know, yeah, no way. But I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to that kind of a thing for sure, but yeah.
No, I agree with you. It was ahead of its time.
It
I think
was,
you
yeah.
put that concept now, today.
Yeah, I think today,
it
the
would
way things
explode.
are, it would have a much better chance.
It was an anime TV.
It was.
Exactly what it is.
Basically, like, you know, it was like, and there's a group of like anime reviewers or experts, And so they choose like an anime or two and then watch it and review it. Yeah, usually I would be the one where because I worked in a few of the shows, like I couldn't really say. I couldn't be like, this show sucked. So I had to kind of have to be neutral, and then the rest of the guys could sit there and say, I like this, I didn't like that. So.
But that's how KG got his start. KG
Yeah,
10.
KG.
Yeah, KG 10 got his start on anime TV. Yeah.
KG voices Gojo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, give you all a 3-minute warning. So I'll be coming down in a while, take some questions. So get those hands up. Get ready. I'll be coming down there in a few seconds.
No, I shouldn't have said that. But.
Is it good just to reunite, see each other at cons and everything, and
I
just?
think that's the only time I ever see
Yeah.
That's true. We're in the lobby for 2 minutes while we cross paths.
Yeah, if we're in the studio.
If
Half the
we-
time now it's remote for me.
It's not remote. Yeah. Do you wish it was less remote?
Well, the thing is I don't like traffic.
Okay.
And so if I'm going into the studio, I gotta try to like do I gotta stack them, otherwise I'm going in for like a 15, 30-minute session, maybe I've got like 2 lines and I'm in traffic for an hour and a half or 2 hours, so that's kind of a bummer.
What do you, Faye? Do you prefer remote work, or do you like just get in the studio?
I'm kind of a shut-in gamer, so I think it's good to leave the house sometimes.
Stretch those legs.
Yeah, like I'll be inside streaming sometimes, or just playing games. so it's nice to honestly, I don't mind traffic anymore, just because that's like time I can like look at other things.
Or get ready to kick some butt in a while in the gaming competition, right? In Smash Brothers. Don't forget, everybody, get to compete with her later on. Get
Come
ready.
fight me.
Come fight her. All right. Do we have any questions? Anybody? Raise your hand if you got them. All right. I'm coming down. Keep them up. Keep them up. Let me get my timer. Try to keep them here too long. All right. So I'm going to work my way from this section to that one. All right, who's up first? Okay, this young lady. How you doing? All right, your name and your question for the panel.
My name is Nikki. My question to y'all is, when y'all voice a character, do y'all find yourselves like your personality starts to become more like theirs, or like do you see yourself in the character?
Any of y'all?
There's not like a monitor up here, so we can't really hear that well.
Hard for us to understand.
I think, did you ask, did we put any of our own personality into the characters, or saw our own personality in the
I was asking like if y'all, like if you start acting like the character in some aspects of like your life.
Oh, acting like the characters after performing them?
Exactly.
I do sometimes, but it also depends, because there's a casting director for these projects who sometimes thinks of you in that role because they already see that in you, if that makes sense. So Astolfo is one of my earlier roles, and Astolfo is known as like an underdog. And that really worked for me because I was like, I always feel like an underdog. So it was pretty natural, and then afterwards, I'd be like, wow, that was great. It felt good, but still kind of feeling like an underdog back then. So mine's kind of cheating.
All right, we have another question here. Your name and question for the panel.
Hey guys, my name is Joe. So this question is for Miss B. Hey Miss B. I'm the first person that was in the goal line.
I'm sorry?
I was the first guy in the goal line.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
Yes, thanks.
It's really hard for us to hear because the sound bounces
Can we
all
like
around.
flip one of these speakers around or something?
Turn this around?
Yeah, turn this around.
We got our guy that.
Thanks.
Right here he is.
Do it.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Repeat your question.
Smart.
Let's see.
Test. This is good.
Still not great.
How about this? Come with me. How about bring him just closer to them?
Oh yeah, come on up.
Come on
Yell
up.
at us.
Yeah, if you have a question, everybody just go ahead and get in line, and we'll do like this. It's hard to hear. All right, go ahead.
You can turn it back around.
So my question, Miss B, is that on one of the episodes for Hell of a Boss, there was these characters called Let's and Glenn. I don't know if you're familiar with them. Do you think they're a cheap knockoff of you, or they're trying to like one up you or anything like that? To your character?
No, I thought they were awesome. You know.
Wait, your voice on?
You didn't know that? You didn't know?
I didn't know that.
I thought you were shading Faye.
That's so funny. So he asked if Faye Mata's characters were a knockoff of my character in the same show, not knowing that Faye voiced those characters.
But I had a thought. I was like, man, there are a lot of pop stars in this show.
I agree.
There's a lot of pop stars, but we get cool songs.
I'm down for a team up.
Yeah, I just want to see more of everybody, honestly.
Is that a possibility?
Yeah, for sure, right? I don't know. I
mean,
hope
we're
so.
not- we don't make it.
But yeah.
We can hope like you.
Yeah, thank you so
All right,
much.
good question. Come on up. Come on up. Your name, your question for the panel.
Hello.
Hi, my name is Jonathan. I actually met some of you already online. Like Faye, I talked to you on Twitch. I'm Anime Fanboy 86.
Oh, nice.
And I know Johnny. And I just want to say thank you to Cristina and Johnny for being in my favorite game, The Trails of Cold Steel, where you play Princess Claudia and Nurse Cecile.
Oh, thanks. Wow.
And you play Joshua Bright, Phantom Raid. Anyway, I have two questions. The first one is actually for Faye and Cristina. Well, for Faye, the Faye part, what was it like playing the role of Aoi Hinami in bottom tier character Togozaki, and also for you two meeting each other and while you doing the scream in Konosuba?
Did you ask about Aoi and Aqua?
No, you played Aoi Hinami in bottom tier character Tomozaki.
Oh, yes.
And also the other part was for you guys also, was when you two met in the show of Konosuba, and you, episode 1, you did the little scream where the character, the guy character, he said, "You're coming with me, this is all your fault."
Oh, okay, yeah. So first with Aoi is she's a competitive gamer in the anime. I thought that was great casting by Mike McFarland. It was pretty natural for me. I loved voicing Aoi. So yeah, she's like one of the top gamers.
Okay, and part of it was how was it when you two met in Konosuba? Like, you know, because I know you two meet.
Sorry, it's really hard to hear over here.
Can you come a little
Your
bit?
characters met in the show Konosuba.
If I met
No. Like in the episode where your character meets her character, Darkness, in Konosuba, and she starts being a masochist, saying, "Let me join the team, let me join the party."
it's not you, it's the feedback.
It's the feedback, yeah.
He wants to know how Darkness and your character
Just
interact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, can you just yeah.
In the episode where
Much better.
after you have the party, you first meet Darkness in Konosuba, and she starts pestering the guy character to say, "Let me join the party." She makes a little masochist face.
Uh-huh.
You know, and she's like, you know, saying, being a masochist, saying, "Oh, the pain, I want that," and all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
What was it like putting up with that in the show? You know, like recording all that stuff.
Oh, I thought it was hilarious. Christina's really good at that. I thought it was so funny. It was actually hard to not laugh through my lines when I would hear that. So it took some professionalism.
That was a fun show. I really hope we come back one day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be nice.
One more is for actually for all of you. If you guys could pick one or two characters that you would like to take on a vacation of your own, where would you want to go and who would you bring with you? You each have your own vacation. Go wherever you want and you bring two characters you voice. Who would you bring?
Oh man, what am I gonna bring? I'll be Hawk the Pig.
Ooh, that's a good
Fun.
one.
I play a talking pig.
That's right, you do.
I like him. Yeah. Anybody are so violent. I don't want to have education with them.
Yeah, any of the nice ones.
Yeah.
Astolfo, Faye panel. Yeah.
All right, next question, go ahead.
Yo, my name is Joe, and my question is there any character in your done any line that just sticks out in your head? Kind of like any character in line you've done on a recording that just always stuck with you for a while?
Yeah, I mean, well, for me, it's any like call outs, like Bankai, like that sticks in my head, or it's Morphin Time. This world is made of love and peace, like I have a bunch of those things that stick in my head.
What about you, Karen?
Every day's great at your Junas.
And not drunk!
That's twice you called me Porky, you bastard!
My little lackluster podcast.
All right, here's our next question.
My name's Katie. I have two parts to my question. The first one is, what advice would you give to someone who wants to get into
And her question is, she's asking the panel, what advice would they give for those who want to get into voice acting?
There is a website created by a wonderful voice actor named D. Bradley Baker. It is called www.iwanttobeavoiceactor.com. It is a fabulous, spectacular website, and it has tons and tons of FAQs of all the questions everybody ever asks at conventions and stuff like that. And he literally made it for fans and people who don't know too much about the voiceover world and want to become a voiceover actor. And I highly, highly recommend it. And the other thing I would say is take a lot of theater classes, act, because voice acting is acting. Yeah, that's my contribution.
question, Cristina, okay, what can you give us for any hints
Oh, can I give any miraculous ladybug hints? So, we've reached the end of my knowledge of the show. Like, they gave me a bunch of spoilers, and they're done now, and I have no idea what's going to happen or how the story is going to progress. But I get new character designs. It's going to be cute. Thank you.
Good question, good question. All right, we got another one?
Thank you. Come on.
Greetings and salutations, everyone.
Greetings.
My name is Jonathan. I have two questions. The first is just something I'd like to ask everyone. I know someone already asked it, so I'm going to try and make my question more specific. What tips do you have for creating a demo reel?
So I made my demo reel with Richard Horvitz. My biggest tip would be to find somebody who does that professionally and who comes really highly recommended from people in the industry. Not an agent. You can hire people, but make sure that they have a history of being somebody who creates successful demos.
There are people, that's one of the things they do is they produce demo reels. And you want to, if you're really serious, you want to invest the $2,000 or more, or whatever.
That's expensive, I found.
Yeah, but you want to invest that because that's, if you start with a shoddy demo reel and you start to shop that around to agents, they can remember it, and you want to be competitive to everybody else that's out there, and that's what most people do is they get it professionally produced. So you really want to invest in that, and I always tell people, don't create a demo until you really have a solid base. So you want to take a lot of classes and really feel like you have a solid base. Otherwise, the level of your talent will be half-baked. So make sure you're ready to make that investment, and then, there's tons you can go Google online, demo producers, voiceover demo producers, and probably best to find somebody in Los Angeles because they know the current market, and they know, but I'm sure there's great people in Texas as well for the Texas market. But do your research. And if you do make that investment, make sure you're ready and make sure you choose wisely. Somebody who has a really good reputation.
The good thing about it, the people from Texas that have degrees, Dallas.
Yeah.
Crunchyroll Dallas, so.
Anime.
Yeah, Crunchyroll's not that far. All right, good question.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you got one more?
This one is for Cristina B specifically.
Yes.
Could you tell me about your experience working with Richard BB for the Bad Apple performance?
Oh, so Richard EB is an internet musician. Well, not just on the internet, but he produced a lot of songs for the internet. And he reached out to me a long time ago now, like 2018, because he wanted somebody to sing on his Bad Apple cover. And I said yes. And what happened was we became really good friends. Me and Rachel, his wife. I love her so much. We even went to Japan together. We always got, they're great people, and it's been really awesome. Like I'm really happy that a real world friendship came out of something that was just text at first, you know. Yeah, they're both really good people and so talented. Thank you.
All right, good. Can y'all hear better now? Is that better?
Yeah, it's
Okay,
much better.
okay, perfect.
Can y'all hear me? Okay, Matt, is it working?
Yeah.
All right, cool. First question is for Matou. Yeah. So Astolfo really blew up in popularity, like right after Apocrypha. I was curious, did you think that Astolfo was going to blow up like he did, or was it just kind of like a random blow up that happened?
It was definitely a random blow up that happened. Whenever something blows up, I don't really think that this is going to blow up or it does blow up. I kind of just, you focus on the performance and make sure it's good, and then if it blows up, it blows up. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And I was very surprised by Astolfo.
Cool. And then one more question. I had it for Johnny. This is Fate related. So when you voiced Ryūnosuke, who was the Fate Zero,
Yes.
I was curious how you felt voicing such an insane, crazy guy like that.
Insane, crazy guys are fun.
Yeah.
I do remember having a problem with the character because it was like murdering kids, and then I had a kid, and when you have a kid, then that line is very tough to, it's difficult. It's hard to watch a movie where a child gets hurt, and then it hurts more. And so it's hard for me, and I actually tried to walk away from the role. But then Tony was like, just forget about that. Just think of him as an artist. He's just creating art. And I was like, oh, okay, that's an interesting way to look at it. And so that's just the way I thought about it.
I just love the way you do it.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right, everybody, just again, when we leave that door back there, okay? The guy's ready for his hand. These will be the last 3 questions, but if you have more questions, again, their booths are open. They'll be, I think, all till the end, right? Till today, right? All day, and tomorrow? All day, yeah. Yeah, tomorrow. Okay, yeah, so you'll definitely have your chance to get an autograph and stuff. Now, Cristina, she told me she's a little nervous. Okay?
Hi, good to see you.
So, here's your chance. Come on up.
Hi, my name is Miriam. I have 2 questions to ask, but I want to ask one for Cristina and Faye.
Sure.
What is your most popular line as Vernon and Kagami?
Most popular line has to be Tiki Spots on.
Yeah.
For sure. I never hesitate.
Oh, yeah. Maybe.
I like that one.
This next question is for everyone. When walking around the streets, by which character do you get mostly recognized?
Oh.
Like you're like they know right away, like the most popular one.
Weirdly enough, I get recognized more for TikToks that I make.
I got recognized more for a reality TV show that I was on because you can actually see my face. It was called Ultimate Gamer. But voice, I don't know, Aqua, I'll just say Aqua.
People always come up to me and like, oh man, I loved you as Rufio. I'm like,
Wow.
Are you in Ladybug? Is that your cosplay right now?
Yeah, like I like wearing dresses better than anything else. So it took me a while to find a dress that
I'm assuming you
I
approve,
love
right,
it.
Christina?
So cute. Very
Yes.
cute.
All right, thank you.
Thank
Good
you,
question.
thank you.
All right, come on up. Your name and your question.
Usually though, it's like, it gets really far into it before I find out that it's the wrong, like, I really like you, and I'm like, oh, thank you so much, yeah, you were great as Rufio, and then I'm like, oh, how do I back out of this one? Just go with it, John, just thank you.
I won't correct them. They're like, I love you, Wendy Lee. I'm like, I love you too.
It's me again, sorry. I didn't know I was allowed to ask miraculous questions, so I wanted to ask. For Cristina and Faye, I know like there was a lot of like backlash and like creative questions about the miraculous movie. I wanted to ask like y'all's thought process on like why it was like a musical, if y'all like agreed with it.
Oh, why it was a musical? I don't know. I always kind of knew it was a musical. I thought it's cool. Like a superhero musical has never been done. You know.
And then were you ever like invited to sing for it either, or?
No comment.
I can't talk about it. But check out her Spotify.
I made covers of it.
She makes covers that are great.
Good question, good question. All right, you got Krillin? You Krillin? Goku? Oh, Goku? Okay, come on up. Close. All right, your question?
My name's Ralph, and I have two questions for everybody. What motivates you every day? And yeah, the first one, what motivates you every single day? Yeah, like what motivates you?
Can you come a little closer? Just because the mic.
What motivates you?
Yeah, what motivates you every day? Yeah, like, yes, like your passion. Because every day it's not easy to do your passion every day, but what motivates you? What's here?
What motivates me is I think that we live, I mean, life is just hard. You know, it's hard to be a human being on this spinning globe, and I think all of humanity, we're all trying to figure our own selves out and everything else out. And I think that if I can get up and bring some good energy, you know, go into the studio and be playful and, you know, have fun and create creative energy, and eventually people hear that, it echoes out, you know. So, I mean, for me, it's this, I think in this crazy world we live in, if I can bring my little child and play and bring my heart to what I do, then it's a tiny little contribution to touch people and make this little world a little less hard in a couple moments for a couple people maybe.
I recognize the privilege that it is to be able to be these characters and to have so many people watching and listening and be affected by them. I feel very lucky, and it's kind of become kind of precious to me. Like I have this gift that I was given, and that's being able to voice act, you know. And so for me, it's about like cultivating that and always expressing gratitude because I know how lucky that I am.
Cultivating gratitude.
I'm sorry?
So cultivating gratitude.
Yes.
Yeah, we got another question?
Yeah, it's like what's your motto? Like, what do you say to yourselves every time you wake up?
Really? I actually do something. Oh. Every morning I wake up, I say, I am who I am, and that's enough. And I say that to myself right before I sleep and right when I wake up. That's the first thing I try to do. Yeah, I am who I am, and that's enough. Yeah.
Well, if I could add to that, like, at least for me, I think that's a beautiful phrase because kind of like earlier, someone asked me, did I expect a role to be popular? I think when you are creative, you can get carried away in things like numbers or, you know, external feedback. And and that can be very dangerous. So you have to be just proud of who you are and really believe in that you like doing what you are doing, and that that is enough.
Yeah.
That you are enough, and it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. That's enough.
All right.
Mine might
Good
sound
question.
negative,
Good question.
but I feel like I should say this, but I feel like I don't know if it's like when I get up and I just feel this all the time, that I don't deserve this. Like, and any of this can be gone at any moment, And so, I don't know if but that's what I feel all the time, so I think that sits, like, it sounds negative, but and maybe it is, and it can be, and that's why I can also get really depressed, but with that, for me, I do feel like I appreciate what I have, because it's really easy to take for granted anything that you have, and so I don't know, I don't say that to myself, but it's almost like I hear these voices, a lot of times, like people from the past saying you're not worth this, but I feel a lot of that, yeah. And I'm not saying I have voices in my head.
No voices in Johnny's head.
Yeah, right. I mean, maybe they were.
All right. Well, that's a great question. Good. Again, everybody.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you for all the questions. We appreciate it. Once again, if you want to ask them a question, their booths are open, signing autographs, photographs, all that good stuff. Please go visit them. They're in the back. Can't miss it. If you exit, you want to go out that way. Once again, that way, everybody. So another San Antonio round of applause for the Faye Q&A. Faye, Matou, Cristina, Strassman. We appreciate you all taking time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.